Merry Christmas.
Woo!
It's Christmas week.
It is.
It's what, 2 days away from Christmas? 3 days?
Yeah. It's Tuesday, so yeah.
It's almost Christmas. And because it's Christmas, our government has decided to give us a very nice present.
So, I feel like our podcast is going to go in a very different direction than it was going to go like an hour and a half ago.
Why? What direction was it going to go an hour and a half ago?
Fuck you and your $600.
It's still... Why was it going different?
Well, because they're talking about changing it.
It's not even the $600 or the however much money. It's all this other ridiculous bullshit.
I was only focusing on the what we get part.
This is the sleight of hand they're pulling off.
I know.
So they're gonna insult us with $600,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know. I saw a Pelosi tweet and AOC and a couple other people that are like, "Yep, we have the amendment already ready, President Trump. We will change it to $2,000, and we'll push this right through so we can get this done for the American people."
But we still want how many millions of dollars for Pakistani gender
There's
stuff.
also another thing in that bill that prevents the use of the Insurrection Act. So they're playing games upon games upon games upon games. And it's just, I don't know. It's frustrating. What's aggravating when I started reading this over the weekend, I'm like, what? There is, okay, in a COVID relief bill, and I realize they're bundling some other shit in here, so.
But why? Isn't the point of this whole thing supposed to be COVID relief, not stuff to do with fucking Pakistani gender crap?
Well,
why can't it just be focused on America and COVID?
Because what they
and
do...
small businesses.
So they might have originally had a bill, because there's a lot of stuff about government budget in here too, because this is like a $3 trillion bill they're passing, which also has stuff that funds the government until next fall, basically.
Why does it all have to be wrapped together is what I'm saying.
Yes. Because they play games, so they will put in some concession to a budget maybe for the EPA that one side wants, and in exchange they'll get Pakistani gender studies money that the other side wants for some reason, and then they all just finally get tired of arguing and go, oh, okay. And
nobody has time to read it all anyways, so...
It's insanity.
Just...
Like, my hope is, and it won't be great for the country...
Also the company.
To go forward, but I hope Trump, on the way out, in the next 30 days, just burns this motherfucker to the ground. I'm tired of this. This is insanity. Why are we giving, like, the simple thing that we saw a little on TV tonight, that they're defunding our border security and walls and stuff, but they're giving Jordan and Syria, well, not Syria, but Jordan and Egypt and different places money for their borders. Mm-hmm. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I just, it's...
Well, that's because borders here are racist.
Right. This is all fucking insanity. And I think, I don't even know what to think anymore. This whole year, I've had this one quote that just keeps rattling around in my head. And it says, when competent men won't stand up and hold positions of power, their punishment is to be ruled over by incompetent men. And I feel like that's where we are right now. For fuck's sakes. And you know what? If this hurts your feelings, go fuck yourself. At no point should we have the transgender mess of a fucking human running the Pennsylvania Department of Health. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck what you think your gender is. If you want to be whatever, go fucking be whatever. but you are not an example for everybody else and someone who should have the power to dictate how other people live their life health-wise. And God forbid, like, you can criticize me because I do or don't want to wear a mask, or I fucking do or don't want to have my business open and not go broke. But God forbid I even question, like, I don't think you're a chick, dude. Seems weird. Like, I'm not even allowed to ask that fucking question without being a fucking asshole. But somehow we have somebody that we can't question leading us in this health fucking crisis. What in the fuck? But you don't have compassion for transgender. Fuck you. Seriously. I do. And fuck you for saying I don't. If you want to be a transgender, fucking be it. But at no point do I think that you should be building fucking vagina cream. Because that is basically what you're deciding. You're a man who wants to be a woman, and now you're saying that you have intimate knowledge about the vagina. Because if I say, that's kind of fucking weird, you're not a woman, how would you know dick about dick? Well, you should know dick about dick. But how do you know intimately about a vagina? And you go, how dare you question? Dude, let's just fucking pump the brakes a little bit. The whole thing is infuriating. Like, seriously. It's like a bad fucking movie.
A majority of everything right now is a bad movie. It has been all year.
Like, I just can't even... It's like a blind person running your vision tests. Like, seriously. And you're like, I'm pretty sure that I can see the XYZ at the bottom line. And, like, their eyes are sewn shut and they're going, no, you can't. And how dare you for judging me?
Well, so wait. All right. So your hard left here has lost me.
What I'm saying is we have, by normal people who don't want to leave their business and or whatever profession they have and take government positions. We have these dipshits in there, these corrupt dipshits, and maybe you get in there and the system just eats you up. I don't know.
It has to, because it happens time and time again.
But what in the actual fuck? How is nobody? How did they have a super majority pass this fucking piece of shit today or this week? You realize that?
Because I know. Because I think
didn't barely squeak by. It was a 2/3 majority. That means Republicans and Democrats, both sides of the aisle, passed this piece of shit. And they're like, hey, we need more money for horse studies in the middle of a fucking pandemic when people...
Fish studies.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to make a parallel here, which is also probably going to be part of our conversation, is I think there was pressure. So we've heard from everybody and their brother that this bill was 6,000 pages. They were given a deadline. Nobody had time to read through all this and, pick it through and be like, well, what the fuck? What is it? Wait, what? But also, the parallel I want to make is I know very well some healthcare workers who sounds to me were somewhat pressured into taking the vaccine. Hello?
I'm going. You gave me the shushy finger. I was shushing.
Because we've heard a story, and I'm sure there's more than one, of someone who was told, hey, today's the day, you need to decide, like at 8 in the morning, if that even, at 8 in the morning was told, hey, today's the day, if you're getting the vaccine, it's being done, you need to decide by noon. So they were also told, at this time, your employment may not be affected. May not at this time. So, more or less, down the road, it probably will be affected. That kind of language in a situation of like asshole puckering, of like, I'm not, okay, well, you need to let us know by noon.
All right. So let's break this down using some logic. What would be the purpose of medical workers getting the vaccine right now?
I believe that the way they put it forward was everyone that has to help those of us that become stricken by it should be immune to it.
Okay. So is
I'm
that
thinking.
and why is that a public safety problem? If you personally, let's just say they don't say you can't be an alcoholic, they don't say that you have to be a certain weight, they don't dictate that you have to have a certain amount of sleep every night to make sure you're...
Because those things aren't killing people at the rate that COVID is, John.
Pretty sure they are.
Well, we don't know that.
Yes, we do. Through studies.
We're not supposed to find that out.
But what I'm saying is they don't... So what they're saying is you are so valuable as a health worker that we absolutely can't have you get COVID because then you'll be out. That's what your argument was you just gave, right?
Yeah.
So now you are, as an individual, you are owned by the business that you work for because it's not like it's a government agency. All these medical places are businesses in one form or another.
Mm-hmm.
So now your body is owned by the hospital. They dictate what you can and can't do with your own body.
In the form that, say you don't take this vaccine today by noon. It's 8 o'clock and you must decide. If you refuse to take it in 2 weeks, if you are sick and need 14, 16, whatever days off being sick, you're on your own. We're not paying you.
Okay. So what you're saying is people are making the decision that 14 days pay is worth more than their health or well-being.
There are a lot of people that are in the position that that would say yes.
Okay. What I'm saying is they're forcing people to do something that they don't believe in. Again, it would be just like if they came to you tomorrow and said, Pam, you're critical to the war effort here. We absolutely can't have you smoking anymore. If you happen to get sick in 2 weeks for any reason, we're not going to pay you to be off, and you might lose your job because you got sick because you're a smoker. And you'd be like, that's kind of my decision.
Okay, so I don't understand the parallel.
The same as the vaccine. It's your personal decision whether you take it or not. And I'm not 100% against the vaccine, but I'm also like, let's fucking pump the brakes just a little.
Well, yeah.
Let's give this some time to make sure that everything's kosher. And then here's the thing that I find really annoying that I thought your argument was going to be. Because if you don't get the COVID vaccine, you're a health risk to others that you're caring for.
Oh, also, yes. Well, yes.
Oh, okay.
That was all part of it.
Have you seen any of the interviews when they're asking about the vaccine, and after you have the vaccine, can you transmit the disease?
They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows.
Pretty sure
you still have
can.
to wear a mask.
Still wear your mask and all your PPE and stuff. You're probably still, you can still infect other people even though you're immune.
No, we don't know if you're immune.
We don't know that either.
We don't know anything about anything. And now they're coming out with, a rogue strain of, okay, cool, just like the flu.
The vaccine people said that the vaccine will work for the rogue strain too. Allegedly.
But all these years, half the time the flu vaccine worked, half the time it didn't because there were different strains. So what?
I have reached a level of frustration with all this that I don't think I felt possible at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm. Well, nobody would have, if somebody would told me about this, I'd be like, no, there's no way that our country could take a hit like that and not be prepared.
Well, I've heard the same thing I was saying last week or a week ago. I've actually heard a few other people echo the same thing. Like, how did we go 8 months or 6 months or whatever, and this is what's breaking my fucking brain. We've had all this time between our peak in April or May or whenever we peaked there, okay? So now we're 6 months later, and the charts we're seeing on TV is that we're at the same peak or slightly above it, and they're running out of hospital beds. And you're like, so wait, you had 6 months to get fucking ready for this that you said was coming in the fall, and you're like, it'll be alright. Like, that's your job to be ready for this. You did a fucking terrible job. And I'm just furious about it. I can't understand it. And then I did see something today that goes against every meme that everybody's been posting for a while. That the death rate for the United States will be roughly 10% higher than it was in 2019. So more like, I want to say it was like, somewhere around 3 million people a year die in the United States, and an extra 300,000 will have died this year, allegedly. It's only one article I saw come out today, so I don't know how accurate that is. Like any article you read anymore, you just don't know what to fucking believe. But it's fucking exhausting.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, and here's $600.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe that's our bit for tonight.
I wonder when that actually comes.
They said if the president signed off this week, it would be coming next week. Allegedly.
But they also didn't mention, okay, so they had originally said the $600 per person is for people that make under $75,000
each. Yeah.
Would it still be that case for the,
Mm-hmm.
because they're talking about now $2,000 per person or $4,000 per couple, no mention of children.
I would think it's probably still the same. You know, at the end of the day,
$2,000 a kid also, you think?
I don't know. I don't think they'll do 2,000.
That seems pretty high.
Yeah, I don't think they'd do 2,000.
There's people, especially in our county, that have 6 fucking kids just because they don't know how to use a condom.
Ka-ching.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that they wouldn't talk to until this. They don't even know they're alive until. Well, that'll cause some nice fights in these multi-parent families.
That'll be fun.
It really felt like the president was just going to sign the $600 thing and just ramrod it through.
He seemed, to hear him, he seemed very unhappy.
Well, good.
Yeah.
It's just, when they were asking Nancy Pelosi about it the other day, she's going on about it like it's this amazing thing. It's like, this is a great thing for the American people. And I don't want to be trite about $600. I'm sure there's lots of people, if you've been out of work and your unemployment's running out, and you probably looked at that like, it's something.
Yeah.
Like, it's something. But really, it wouldn't even pay a month's rent or a mortgage or a month's worth of groceries. I mean, honestly, like, it's what do you think your average grocery bill a week is?
At least $200.
So even if you were like trying to budget,
And there's only 3 of us.
Well, I was gonna say, if you were trying to be like bare bones, as little as you can, and got it down to $100 or $150, that barely pays for your fucking groceries for a month. Here you go. Enjoy, peasants. Get some ramen for yourself. Like, it's so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. It's had me so fucking angry.
Well, and then her reversal tonight of finally, because somehow it's all
finally
Trump's.
They told us what they want. We'll agree to that.
Yeah.
Hey, cunt.
If we only knew. Yeah.
You couldn't just talk, like, you're so out of touch that you think $600 is going to change.
Well, of course she does.
people
She
who
wouldn't
are
fucking know.
Super suffering.
She's such a
Wow,
cunt.
this will be so nice for people. I hate it. I just can't. And you know, the other thing is, people were bitching about, like, I want to say the Senate makes 140 grand a year each. So for the past 6 months, is the same amount of time since the last stimulus bill, they've been working on this one. So that was passed back in April, May.
We were trying to remember. I can't.
So they've been working on this for at least 6 months. So for half of their salary, they got paid $75,000 ish to debate whether or not us mere mortals deserve $600 or not.
I want to know who was the person that came up with $600.
It boggles my fucking brain.
Who actually said it? Because people sat down and said, okay, how much can we give the American people each? Who was the person that said 600?
Out of $3 trillion that the
Because
taxpayers
that
are going to pay for.
person should be shot.
Yeah, like, it's beyond. It's just, it's fucking beyond. I just can't even anymore. It just boggles my brain. And then when you started reading some of the shit that was in that thing, all the money going to
All the
random
add-ons
companies
and stuff.
or countries.
Well, yeah, and maybe I missed anything for American businesses.
So they were talking that they're going to do another round of the Paycheck Protection Act.
When?
Supposedly, if everything gets signed, it was supposed to be live January 1st. And they were going to do that again. And I don't know.
I don't know.
And something about small businesses would be...
Okay, simple fact. And all the restaurant and bar owners around our area know. This was the season that a lot of them count on.
Right.
If they don't make it through this, January 6th or whatever, when they decide to start pushing through, remember how long it took for businesses to be able to sign up and actually end up funded through the original? They're never going to make it that long.
It's just, well, and
the runaround and bullshit you had to go through to get it in the first place, that pushes you into February, March probably again.
well,
And how many are going to make it that long?
You have to think that, restaurants work on a fairly thin margin to start with. And then you still have your rent or mortgage payment. So they cut your business by law anywhere from 25 to 50%. By their mandates, you're only allowed to have, 25% capacity or 50% capacity. So now that's got to be half your income.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, as well? And now you have mortgage payments that are wadding up, or like a couple weeks ago, they just closed everything down again. So, I mean, how are you supposed to even... I just feel bad for people. I just really feel bad.
School shutdowns. We did so well around here for school-wise, and then
the other thing I think is a real problem is, I'll be honest, me personally, I'm afraid to do anything with money right now for fear of what's happening tomorrow.
So that in turn affects my business because my business is basically based solely on people having extra money to spend to improve their homes.
But you just don't dare make any super unnecessary purchases right now for fear of tomorrow. Who the fuck knows what's coming tomorrow? Could be aliens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the way this year's gone. It's bananas. This is an upbeat Christmas podcast.
It really is.
Do you wonder if this is all a work? I think about this sometimes. Like, are they doing this just to really piss people off?
Yeah, but to what end?
I don't know. Because I'm not a let's go to a rally type person, but I'm so fucking mad right now. They're planning a huge January 6th march on Washington type thing. Like huge. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going. Fuck this place. I've had enough.
All right, or let's, in the spirit of a Christmas podcast, let's think like this. Remember when you're young and you love the Christmas thing and you kind of get to a point in your life where you're like, is Santa really real? Should I believe? And then something happens on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day that you're like, fuck yeah. Santa's real. Christmas is real. I love Christmas. Everything's awesome. Like, do you think something's going to come on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day that we're like, oh yes, everything's going to be okay?
What could that possibly be?
I don't know.
Maybe we get that $600 check, and
Woo!
then we're like, I believe in government.
Yeah.
Don't take my check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy. You know what? I'm changing the subject a little bit here.
Okay.
So right now on the TV, there's a commercial for Sandals Resort.
Mm-hmm.
And
That nobody's going to.
Well, it shows all these fabulous looking people in bikinis and dancing. And false advertising.
What do you mean?
So we've been to a few of these different resorts.
Not sandals.
So do you think there's like a
They weigh you when you get on the plane.
height versus weight,
Mm-hmm.
tone, fitness test?
They
you have
check
to
your
pass?
bust, waist, hip size.
Because we've been to several resorts in Mexico or whatever through all the years, and the amount of good-looking people to not good-looking people is kind of the same as everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not like there's an abundance of one or the other,
Who are we to judge?
but we have eyes. Again, we can go, oh, that person maybe should not be wearing a Speedo.
Yeah.
Like we can.
Or should be wearing something.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying it's not visually appealing.
Yeah.
But when you watch those sandals commercials, it's like straight up models everywhere. There's not like one.
Well, they're there somewhere, probably.
There's not one cloud print.
Just not anywhere
onesie
near where we were.
that's holding back a whole bunch of hurt.
No,
Like,
it's all right. Whatever body type.
do you think? So let's think of
Let
it. I think of
it-
it this the other way. So I'm thinking like that's a dirty trick. There's no hot people there. But do you suppose there's people that look at that and they're like, I don't want to go there. There's only hot people there, and I'll feel like out of place.
Probably. Especially after you just said it.
Wow, I'm being really hard on people tonight. Speaking of people who were good-looking humans, I want to give a shout-out to one Eric Kingsolving. And I'll tell you why. It was probably from 8-9 years ago. One of my memories popped up from a business trip to Florida, and Eric was there. Now, Eric, I never really thought of him as like a big guy, like a fat guy.
What?
He's
Oh,
kind of a
no.
regular shaped fella.
Yeah.
But he got a new job somewhere in the past 9-10 years. And to be honest, I think those guys brainwashed him. They're all a little bit like Eric is like went from being like a farm boy to I'm gonna be honest, a little bit like a metrosexual. He really started to care about whether his nails looked nice or not, and get his hair did nice, and he started wearing snazzy clothes, and then he started working out, and the fucker is so swole now. Have you seen pictures of him lately?
I don't think lately.
So I was it was kind of funny in my timeline. It was the memory of PRI however many years ago, and we're all drinking
When he gave me his jacket.
No, this is in Florida. You didn't go to the Florida one.
Mm-mm.
But there was a, I can't remember what the,
Hurricane?
yeah, but it's basically, I was trying to think of the restaurant, but basically they give you like a big jug and then they just give you a whole bunch of straws.
The one where you
This
barfed
is-
on the table?
This is
In your
different.
frogs?
Same
Oh,
night,
okay.
different place.
All right. Cool.
But there was a whole bunch of straws and obviously pre-COVID.
Right.
And we're all drinking out of it, and there's Eric. And then the next one down is Eric lifting weights, doing some sort of deadlift. And he looks like a goddamn superhero. And then did you see his sweet tattoo he got today?
Mm-mm.
Let me pull it up on my social medias.
So, are you saying he's heading toward... Because Eric was always hot. Is he heading towards Lenny Reed hot?
Hotter, I would say.
What? Not possible.
All right, well, there's his profile picture.
Okay.
He's getting like... Or not his profile, or his wall. But let me find his thing from today. He got it... Oh, it might have been on... Might have been on the gram. But he got a pretty dope tattoo today. Well, I mean, I'm sure he's been working on it for longer than a day. Oh shit, where's this? That's funny.
He's been working on what for more than a day?
His sleeve.
Oh.
He's got a full sleeve. I'm telling you, he was going straight savage. I'm very proud of him.
For a tattoo?
And no, just the way he's living his life.
Oh.
And I was looking at it, and I was like, you know what? I saw that picture of who he used to be, and then who he is now. And then I thought to myself, because right after that, I went into the bathroom, get ready for work, and I looked at myself, and I'm like, I'm fatter. Like, all the weight that he's gotten rid of, I picked up. That's his tattoo.
Wow. Roses. What's that say? Baby on back or something?
A baby up on this bitch.
Yeah. That's not what the tattoo says, but
No, his tattoo's like this really cool sleeve thing.
what do the roses mean? Do we know?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
All right, so we're talking about somebody that probably a lot of our listeners may or may not know. But look him up, follow him, give him a like.
Yeah, but
Eric
anyways,
Birch
I'm
Consulting.
very proud of him. He looks
Very nice.
He looks very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh shit. So let's see.
I am not looking my best lately, but that's all right.
Yeah, why not?
Just, being home, homeschooling. Whew, today was rough, but we're through it. We're done with homeschool until January 4th. Hopefully they go
You
back to
think
regular
so?
school. Please don't jinx it. Homeschool, I'm just going to say it. I love all these teachers and what they put forth to try to get through, but fuck this
Oh my god, I was listening.
homeschool stuff. And then you get internet issues on top of it, and
I was listening to
it's so painful.
Piper was just kind of just out of eyesight from me, and I was listening to her class the other day when she was with me. Oh my god, that poor teacher.
I know. Like, it's just, there's nothing being accomplished. It's,
I don't even know how they get through a day without just being like, not doing this anymore.
I know.
Because it was nonstop. Mrs. R.
Yeah.
Mrs. R.
Oh, Miss R.
Mrs. R.
Miss R.
Mrs. R.
Miss
And then she'd be
R.
like, yes, so and so.
Yeah.
I just ate a chicken nugget.
I know. Like,
She's
yeah.
like, okay,
My dog
right.
just barfed on the floor.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
okay. And then all of a sudden you would just hear somebody's microphone get really loud and a bunch of wild shit going on.
Yeah.
And she'd be like,
You
Timmy,
need to mute
Timmy,
yourself.
please mute yourself.
Yeah.
Mrs. R. Mrs.
Well,
R.
and
My
then-
computer's not working. Okay.
So
It
if
was
our
just-
kid
it was
who
all day long.
if our kid, who I feel is pretty well behaved, if our kid pitches a fit and acts the way she does here at homeschool, she would never do it at school. But if you have a class of 30 kids that are acting the way they would not in school, on top of having internet issues and trying to, like, it is just complete fucking chaos for no reason.
Well, the other weird thing is, it's such a weird dynamic of, you're at home where, to be honest, you probably usually behave worse than you do when you're at school. Mm-hmm. And it feels like nobody can really see what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So you're on the loose. Mm-hmm. And I also feel like there's probably a lot of anxiety because overall I think kids do want to do good in school and get good grades and learn shit. Because I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know, I can't think of any kids that I know when you talk to them about school, they're like, I hate school. Yeah. I hate everything about school. It sucks.
I'm sure there's some out there,
But most kids you talk to, our nieces, the neighborhood kids we know, other people, when you're like, how's school going? Good. What are you learning? We're learning math and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, they're genuinely interested in school and school things up to a certain point. Like, once you get into teenagers, it starts to change a little bit. Right. Elementary's kids, but their attention spans like a gnat.
But also, like, something that is, like a trigger, and it would 100% be a trigger to me. So picture yourself, you're in your online class, and your teacher's talking, and they say, okay, everyone, mute yourself and pay attention. Mm-hmm. What we need to do is... You lose your connection, you lose your camera, you lose everything. You just see a spinning circle. Or even worse, they'll say, you need to pay attention because I'm going to say this once. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Spinning circle. And then it's tears, it's on the floor, it's, oh my God, I'm going to get behind, it's, oh my God, and like you have to close out and go back in, and then you come in and you're like, how do I, and they're 3 steps ahead, and you're like, Miss R, just like all these other kids, Miss R, what are we doing? Right. It's enraging. Where if you were in the classroom, that would never happen. At all. Because you're sitting right there and you could hear them and there's no cutout.
One of the things that I think is good through all this is that these kids are getting trained on technology. And I feel like they really failed us in school.
Yeah, but by the time they're our age, the technology is going to be 100% different.
I'm sure, but it gives them...
They'll have a leg up.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like, so there's so many people, and I find it amazing. There's so many people our age who cannot run technology to save their fucking life. Yeah. When it's not... I mean...
But one thing... Sorry to interrupt you. You saw my face, so you stopped. One thing I'm still flabbergasted at, they're not teaching children typing.
The kids
so there's still the... Like... When
Pam's doing a hunt and peck for people that can't see through the microphone.
Like... Why are they not teaching typing?
Because your fingers aren't big enough to type yet. Your hands have to be a certain size before you can reach the keyboard.
Do they teach typing later?
Yeah.
Still?
In high school.
Oh.
They have typing classes.
Really?
And stuff. Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
But the kids
Everything's touchscreen now, but...
Well, the kids will know where all the buttons are.
True.
It's just a matter of...
So they probably catch on
figuring out how to put their hands on them the proper way. But yeah, their little hands, there's no way Piper could put her fingers on a regular keyboard and reach. I have trouble reaching all the keys with my fucking midget hands.
They're elf hands, honey.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
So far, I have offended politicians, transgenders and
Midgets.
midgets or elves.
I saw one at Walmart yesterday in Olean.
A midget or an elf?
A midget. He works there.
Really?
An elf. Whatever. A little person.
I wonder what it's like to go through life as a midget.
I feel like it would be very hard.
No doubt.
In so many ways.
Because
Not only are people looking at you, but every vertical thing is a challenge.
right. I was just gonna say. So it's not even like you have like a weird.
It's like being a kid.
A weird thing on your face or something that everybody notices, but you can still do everything else in
Right.
life.
Yeah.
Like you're like still a person, so
But
like
you're
you
limited.
can live a normal life, I guess you can say, but everything is insanely harder.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was thinking about this. How do you drive a car? Like do you have like a special?
They would
car
have to
or
be
something, or-
adapted, yeah.
That'd be a tough one. I mean, I guess you're alive, but you'd have to have a super good sense of humor
Yeah.
because people fucking suck.
Oh, true. So what do you want for Christmas?
Well,
Peace on
I picked out this thing, and it's $598.
Sorry. That only leaves me $2 on my stimulus.
Well, I really don't want anything for Christmas.
What's your thing for $500?
I was just joking.
Oh.
See, I was just making a stimulus check joke.
Yeah?
Hmm
You should have gone for the $599.50.
It's all the rage right now to do stimulus check jokes. What do you want for Christmas?
Nothing really. I want peace on earth.
I just want to be able to go in someplace and have a cheeseburger
Yeah.
with my dad or my buddies.
I want all my restaurant bar friends, workers, owners, everything to not go under.
I don't know how.
I want us to be healthy too.
Yeah.
All of us. Friends, family, everybody.
I just, I'm really shocked that we haven't seen more places go out around here yet for good.
I know. Well,
I have to, there's got to be a lot of places that are barely hanging on. I don't know how they're.
this week will probably be okay because people are off work. They're like, let's, order out. I don't want to cook. But I don't know. But I'm not really into like presents for me this year. I'm totally digging the fact that Piper's still into like getting presents and everything's exciting. I love it. I wish I could have got more this year, but whatever. Everybody's saying that. So.
Yeah, but.
But she hasn't wanted for like a whole lot.
Don't you think, though, at some point, it just gets to be.
Stupid.
Yeah, like you got
just
too
something
much
to open.
shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it might as well be 10 pairs of pants that you don't want.
Right.
As opposed to 10 toys.
I think.
And you really only wanted 2 of them.
Like, we don't have a ton of stuff. I don't have a ton of stuff for under the
Why'd
tree.
you say that? Why'd you change it from we to I?
Because I bought it all, but I don't. We don't have a ton of stuff under there, but I feel like everything we do have is gonna like hit home. Like she's gonna be like, oh yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, good. I know one of those things is heavy as fuck.
How the fuck am I gonna wrap that?
Dude, I don't know.
We gotta figure out the wrapping.
So heavy.
We have to figure out the wrapping.
The
like
UPS
maybe
dude brought it in one day, and I'm like, he's like laboring to get it in, and I'm like,
man,
like sissy.
So I gotta.
And then I went to move it. And I'm like, what the? So it's a.
And for anybody that has never been to our house, it is not the most conducive house to hiding gifts. It's pretty small. And our child has free reign over the entire home. So hiding things is very, very challenging. So I may need to solicit the babysitting services of our near neighbor child, like Thursday or something, to just get our child out of the house so I can wrap and
What's this root beer?
Benadryl.
Here, just take these pills. Yeah,
We'll figure something out. I think she's gonna have a good one.
I just am not in the Christmas spirit this year.
No,
I'm just
nobody
completely. I don't know even what to say.
depleted, fatigued, sick of, overwhelmed.
Well, and what's weird is we don't have the. I was just thinking tonight when I was out watching the dogs piss, because that's what I do at 9:00 at night.
Boots pooped on the slide tonight. I wish you could have been there for that. It was hilarious.
All right, cool.
Anyway.
But I was thinking about at Christmas, you normally go around and you see a few different people, and there's some Christmas parties, and it's kind of a neat little, everybody's just sort of happy and fun time. And this year it's like, stay home, don't go anywhere. Like, it's just, I don't know.
I know.
And I don't give a shit what anybody says right now. It's one of the things that I've noticed the past couple weeks is even the most COVID is a hoax people are getting a little weird right now, because they fully expected it to go away after the election.
Yeah.
And it has not.
No.
In fact, it seems like it, by all accounts, has gotten worse.
Well, of course. Flu season. Everybody's indoors. Right. It's cold. It sucks.
And again, you can attribute it to
dark.
A million different things. But I've noticed a lot of people who were anti-weird getting fucking weird. People are getting weird everywhere.
I'm tired of thinking about it, frankly.
I just wish we could just have regular old Christmases again.
I'm going to wish that our dog's balls will get better.
All right, let's talk about this.
Okay.
So you've been driving me absolutely nuts.
Oh my God. Can't you just have a heart? Give a shit about your dog's balls.
I do give a shit about my dog's balls.
So our dog Boots. I'm going to reach out to other people out there. So let's go way back. We've always had male dogs. John has never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, never, never, ever let us have a dog fixed. So our dogs have always had balls. Dogs have problems when they have balls.
Specifically, all the dogs that we had that kept their balls, what problems did they have?
This exact problem. Poor Boots right now has red, inflamed balls. They're not inflamed horrifically so, or I would have had him to the vet by now. But I'm also a little bit lazy this time of year and would like to spend money on presents and not vet. But his balls are so red and clearly sore that all he does is lick them, which, of course, doesn't help. So I keep asking John, like, what can I do? What should I do? Because guess what, folks? I don't have balls. So I don't know what to do for this dog.
Any answer I give you is also wrong.
You don't answer. You
yes,
just say, whatever.
No,
ignore it.
No, the problem is...
You don't answer me. You've never answered me.
Yes, I have.
What'd you say?
I said, there's nothing you can do.
Oh.
Just let it go, and if it gets really bad, you have to go to the vet.
I have to go to the vet.
He has to go to the vet.
Oh.
You're not allowed to have more than one person at the vet because of COVID. One animal at a time.
He's your dog. Take him.
I would if there was a fucking real problem.
Honey.
But I literally walk in the door at night. I'm like, hi, honey, how are you? Great. Look at the dog's balls.
I do not.
And I'm like, yep.
Stop it.
He's licking his balls all day. What should we do about it? I'm like, nothing. Let him. Like...
Okay.
Like, seriously, if he had a sore on, so right there, that part, is that his knee or his elbow in the front there? Is the first joint
that would be an ankle. I don't know.
You know what? You're right, because the next joint up
would be an elbow.
Yeah. Well, that's his wrist, because it's the front leg. But if on his wrist he had a sore and he was licking it, what would you do about it?
Bandage it.
So why don't you bandage up his balls?
Because I asked you about that, and you're like, like I'm about ready to put like
Because you would
some
make
bag balm on him and put a diaper on him.
Because you would make me wrap his balls in bandages.
Why wouldn't you?
Because he doesn't need it.
Oh my god!
You want your balls to get
You're
air.
the one with balls.
Yeah,
you guys should bond over sore balls.
We talked about it.
You've been there.
I just want him to have air.
Yeah, but then why does he keep licking them?
They taste good.
Ew.
I don't know. Why do dogs lick anything?
Oh, I can't do it anymore.
Dogs are gross.
Boys are gross. You and your fucking hanging balls. Fucking fix that shit. Get it off.
No.
Yes.
What's wrong with
I mean,
you?
not you, but
It's not good.
I mean, whatever. You
It's-
can get rid of your balls. I don't care.
It's not good for dogs to get rid of their balls.
It is too.
Really?
Yes, because they get testicular cancer and other shit.
So if they get...
Remember Duke's balls? They were all mushy and shit.
And then he died of testicular cancer?
Probably.
Did he?
Do we know?
What did he die of? Come on,
Old.
let's be honest here.
Old ball syndrome.
He was how old?
13.
He died of old age.
He died of balls.
No. Whether he had his balls or not, he wouldn't have made it to 13 if you took his balls off.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
Oh my god. What?
Research
Oh my
this
God.
out.
I don't even care.
Yes, you do. You don't care because you could possibly be wrong about your He-Man woman-hating club. Or wait, She-Man man-hating club. Whatever club that hates balls.
Man-hating club, I am surrounded by men.
I know, and you just want
Surrounded
you just want
by
to
men.
lop everybody's balls off.
There is me and my daughter forging through this world of men.
Just with a machete trying to take balls
All
off.
you bitches, boys trying to give me $600 a week.
All I'm saying,
It's all you.
there's a lot of science out there.
Okay. Is there?
Yes.
All right. Whatever.
That taking off a dog's balls, or even neutering a dog,
Before they're two.
anytime, is not good for him.
That's not true. I
Yeah.
would like a vet to weigh
Have
in
you,
on this,
have
please.
you ever even Googled it?
Hashtag John's wrong.
Oh yeah, let's get the vet's opinion who gets paid $100 to cut dogs' balls off every day.
You really don't think they'd have a vested interest in the best thing
You don't
for the
think
dog?
they'd have a vested interest in paying their boat payment? Yeah, they gotta fucking
Oh
go.
my god, you're so jaded.
I'm telling you.
They become vets because they care about animals.
And they're like, I don't think it really matters one way or another. I'm cutting his balls off.
Okay.
And then what's the worst case scenario? Like seriously, what is the worst case scenario if it does affect the dog negatively and you cut his balls off? For
What?
a vet. For a vet, what's the worst case scenario?
What do you mean?
I don't have any other words. to
Wait,
use.
say that again.
If
If what affects the dog?
if losing the dog's balls affects it adversely,
Affects the dog adversely?
yeah, health wise, what is the worst case scenario for the vet?
That you're just you'd make more money. But that's stupid.
It's a true story. Then find a vet to come on this podcast and talk about it.
I don't know any vets. I mean, I do, but I'm not gonna. Anyway. Look at him. He's getting all uncomfortable.
If anybody out there in
It's like
podcast land
everybody's talking about my balls.
wants to come on and has some knowledge about dogs' nuts, pro or con,
You also wouldn't get a vasectomy because you're a fucking weirdo and talked about stop breaking things that aren't broke or fixing things that aren't broke.
okay?
So why do I have to do everything?
Because you want to anyways.
What?
You want to anyways. You hate all your girl parts. I feel like we're taking a weird turn right now.
All right. I'm done anyway.
All right.
We talked about balls and Christmas. We should end on Christmas.
We've been trying to get to Christmas.
I saw a funny thing.
Like the Christmas spirit is just something that's like zzz.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
trying to get enough
It's-
horsepower to come together.
I feel like, and anybody out there that doesn't have Christmas spirit, I feel like you shouldn't feel bad about yourself. Because it's really kind of hard too this year. Like, and then I saw a meme today that made me laugh. People are always like, "Are you all ready for Christmas?" And they're like, "No, Carol, I'm not even ready for today." Like, come on. Like, no. Nobody's ready for this shit.
What does it even mean to be ready for Christmas?
Have all your presents bought for every single person on your list. They're all wrapped. They're ready to go. Stockings are filled. Everything. Like, no, fuck that shit. I'm doing that at like midnight with a buzz on Christmas Eve. Like,
even
that's the way every mom rolls.
Isn't it kind of weird? What's with all the presents on Christmas, anyways?
I don't know.
It's like a whole bunch of burden.
It's just, I know.
Like, it seems like you should just get together with your family and be like, "Merry Christmas," and give hugs and for
It's
the
way
kids.
beyond
For the
that now.
kids, you know, it's kind of cool for the kids, but I don't know. Then, like, somebody, speaking of balls, a very good friend of mine gave me a
ball?
Yeah, was it fresh balls or something?
Oh, Ballsy.
Ballsy. Ball cleanser.
Have you used it?
Yeah, I've been using it. I forgot the past 2 days, and right now my balls are barking.
Really?
Oh.
Oh. I was going to say maybe it like presents a problem.
No, actually, it has this stuff that looks like
charcoal,
yeah,
right?
It's charcoal, like charcoal color, and it does keep your balls nice and fresh all day.
Nice.
So at the end of the day, I'm always like, "Wow, my balls are fresh." Wait, we just figured it out.
What?
Let's put some of that fresh ball shit on Boots' balls.
I don't know. Like, I've been afraid because I wanted to put like aloe or anything on there, and I'm afraid it'll burn.
I've tried.
Honey, it has soap in it.
No, it has charcoal or something. I've tried it on my own balls.
I know, but your balls aren't. You aren't licking your balls, are you?
No,
they're not red and inflamed, are they?
Actually, I'm not.
Yeah. So
sometimes I'll smell my hand after I itch my balls, but I can't lick my balls directly.
Boys are fucking weird. I can't take it anymore.
But so that is the move.
No.
This is the Christmas miracle.
All right, then
Pam.
you do it.
This is the Christmas miracle.
I'm not going to burn his balls with charcoal. Soap.
Don't you believe in Christmas miracles?
No.
Where's your Christmas faith? This all unfolded right in front of everybody tonight. We have a problem. Our dog's balls are red. And not in a festive red Christmas way. And then
They are not mistletoe.
We were talking about Christmassy things and the Christmas spirit, and then I talked about a friend who didn't even know about our dog's ball situation that gave me Ballsy as a gift. And here's the solution. He's got filthy balls, and I think fresh Ballsy balls solution will fix him up.
All right, try it.
You want it?
So it doesn't seem weird that a friend of yours gave you ball stuff?
It's hilarious.
Are you like, does Donnie think, or does this person think that my balls smell bad?
That's
like, that'd be like chicks giving each other Vagisil, just saying. But, I mean, I have some people I'd give that to, but...
Yeah, but here's the difference between dudes and chicks. If our friend, who won't be named, Donnie, gave me Ballsy, I'm like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, but
if
I feel like it came from a place where he tried it and was like, oh my God, I love this. I want to get this for my friends.
I was just going to say.
Oh, sorry.
One of two situations. Either he's like, I wonder if this works, but I don't want to put it on my bits until I know it's okay.
Yeah.
Or he tried it and he's like, this is a better way to live.
This is amazing, yeah.
And I want to share this with my friends.
So you have to find that out. For our next podcast, you need to find out.
Whereas women...
Or if Chris just bought them all for everybody.
If you dropped that same sort of gift on women, they'd be like, fuck you. Do you think
I wouldn't, but I know people that would be offended.
Really? So you would not be offended if somebody gave you, like...
No, if somebody gave it to me and was like, oh my God, this stuff is amazing, you have to try it. I'd be like, sweet. Yeah.
Huh. Do they I'm sure they have to have like a competing female product.
Honey, the female products go back decades.
Yeah, but I know.
There are so many.
No. Do they have like the novelty sort of like Ballsy sort of novelty, or Fresh Balls?
I'm sure they probably do. I'm sure.
If I was gonna come up with a female project like that, I'd name it Sweet Meow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well then, get on her.
Okay.
I'll promote it. I'll give it to all my friends.
If anybody wants to steal that, I would just like credits on the box. Like, I don't even need any of your Sweet Meow money.
Yeah. I will, I'll promote it. I'll promote the shit out of that.
My life is so much better now. Once a day, I use Sweet Meow. And I make myself purr.
Not Meowsy, to go with Ballsy.
Meowsy?
Meowsy. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
That's pretty good. So if anybody...
I think we should write Ballsy and be like, hey.
You had to come up with Meowsy?
I think it's Ballsy, isn't it? Isn't that the name of that?
It sounds right.
I think so.
I think so, too.
We're giving you an A+ rating.
All right. Well, all we're saying is take care of for this Christmas season.
Mm-hmm.
Take some of that $600 and either buy...
first of all, don't stand for $600. But if we have to...
Oh, everybody's just going to take it. We're all outraged right now.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. But when
That's
that
all we
check comes,
get?
we'll
Oh,
cash
okay.
it. Yeah, okay, great.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you. Thank you.
Ew. Don't say it like that. That's gross.
So take your $600
Mm-hmm.
and you need to go out and buy Ballsy
First.
or Meowsy.
Yeah. Available in spring of 2021. Meowsy.
What if we just took the Ballsy and took it out of the case and then just got a label and put over it Meowsy and then just sent it back?
I feel like women would have a hard time putting charcoal in their vagina, but maybe.
Well, let's try
We'll
it.
see.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
When half the bottle's gone tomorrow, no question.
Right.
All right.
You're just walking around, you're like, I'm so happy.
Ooh, yeah. I feel like it would dry us out. But anyway.
All right. Well, on that, folks.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
You know, I really...
Any hippopotamus will do. I'm not sure what the words are, honestly.
I really was saying I wish that we had some, instead of our sad music, we had...
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. I'm a terrible singer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rude. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Want me to keep going?
No.
Well, what are you looking for?
I found it.
Well, freaking play it.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Love you. Merry Christmas. What is that?
Oh, shit.
What in the world? That's just depressing.
No, this will be better. I hit the button trying to get it. There we go.
I can hear it.
I was feeling pretty good for la 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 la. Taking my time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la 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 la. Everybody singing like la 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 la. Decking all the halls with the la 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 la. Making my way to the la 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 la. I like to drink a little beer at the ending of the day. And go walking in the town, feel like a million miles away. Not as snow is like a sea, like a sand above the beach. The lights walking in the trees, the people shouting in the street, and the people in the light, all the children in the light, singing holy, holy night. I Taking my time on the la 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 la. Snow falling down in the la 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 la. Everybody singing like la 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 la. Decking all the halls with the la 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 la. Making my way to the la 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 la. I like to sit out on the pier and look across the bay. I don't think about a thing. I feel a million miles away, like I'm floating from the sky, like a storm of falling snow. Then I'm spinning through the trees, then I'm shining in the road. All the people in the light, and all the children in the light, singing home.